We have a typical layout. This layout consisted in an opening on the roof. You can see now, of course, it's just a reconstruction. The opening was called in Latin convluvium, and there was a corresponding basin stretching to the floor that was called influvium. So the confluvium allows the fresh air, the rainwater, and even the light of the city day to get inside the first floor, the atrium. Under the fluvium there was a cistern, and they captured all the rainwater that was used for all the purposes of this house. We have nearby the atrium, the rooms, you can see just behind it. These were cubicula. Cubicula were the bedrooms. So a small room, only for one bed, only to sleep. So we prefer to stand on the second floor now, but they prefer to live at the ground floor because it was nearby the entrance, so it was a safe space. So bedrooms were nearby the atrium. Then you can see in the corner a little temple, a little shrine. This was the temple for the cult of Lares. Lares were house gods, so private gods of the family. And you can see also the little staircase in the room just in front of me.
Mira que ella le dice que este es el camino, el retorno de la...
Very style, and it would be off limits for the business class. So usually the peristyle of the garden is only for the family. But don't imagine a big family. This is a big house. It covers 2,000 square meters, but you have to imagine a rich man with many servants. Not a big family like an Italian family, but more than 30 people lived in a house like this one. Yes. So the garden was open to the skies, running by columns. Now with me on the right. All around. We have here, for example, a beautiful room. This one is a winter time there's another brick wall. Lina means the bed. So here this was a dining room. So they usually have a dinner reclined on their side with a marble couch. So you have to imagine 3 marble couches in U-shape here with a decoration in the middle. It's difficult, but if you look at the decoration, it's called the emblema, and the technique was vermiculatum. You can see there are funny figures while rowing the boat on the river Nile, followed by crocodiles. Exactly what I meant nearby the entrance. So this was a Nilotic, exotic topic in a Roman house. So this is a mixed civilization, and the mosaic floor is the original one. So they use the tiny tiles, so little tesserae in black and white colors all around, and the colors in the middle. Also we can see on the walls the original colors of this house. In this case we have a green color, but consider the different colors were obtained by different minerals. We have in this house one of the most expensive colors that you can find in Pompeii, the blue color. It was so expensive, such expensive, because it was obtained by lapis lazuli, a precious stone. So you can find the blue color only in rich houses. This was absolutely, as Juanqui mentioned, so the house of a rich man, 2,000 square meters. The name, the modern name of the house is House of Menander. But Menander was not the owner of this house. I'm going to show you why the archaeologists decided to call this house House of Menander. We know the name of the owner of this house. He was related to the Pompeii family. Consider that Pompeia Sabina was the second wife of the Emperor Nero. So Pompei family were really an important, powerful family in town. And the owner of this house probably was Quintus Pompeius Fabius. We know that because the archaeologists have been discovered in this house a beautiful treasure, more than 118 silverware items with golden coins and a ring with the name of this man. Now,
It's crazy.
can you see here we have another house? So we have houses and shops on this street, on the main road. This is the main avenue of Pompeii. I'm waiting. So that's the main avenue of Pompeii, where we have houses and shops all around. If you look at this one, that's another house. So we have again a big entrance door to 3 steps. But when you look inside, you can see there is a basin surrounded by columns. So that's a different layout from the house of Menander that we have already visited. Because there was a standard for a domus. Domus is the Latin name for house, but different configurations, some variations were possible. So keep in your mind the layout of the house of Menander and remember there were different variations. That's the house of Vesuvius. So we can see there are columns all around the basin. As you can see, we have a public fountain here on my left side. In Pompeii, you can find every 70-80 meters a public fountain with the same structure. 4 large blocks of volcanic stone, lava stone again, and a decoration on the pilaster. The decorations are different from all the fountains of Pompeii, more than 40 large fountains like this one. So in this case we have the head of Minerva, where you can find the horn of abundance, you can find the cow, the cupid, so Venus, really different decorations. Also for the decoration there was a particular function. Any idea? Why they use different decorations on the pilaster? Exactly. So they didn't have addresses, name of the street, so the fountain were like informal meeting places. So meet me by the fountain of head of Minerva, or I live nearby the fountain of the horn of abundance. So they were like a landmark, so they were really important. That's the reason why every 70-80 meters in Pompeii you can find a fountain. There was a continuous set of water, so the water in excess was also used for cleaning the street, the public street. And in this case here, we can see also a water tower. The water tower next to the fountain is a part of the water system distribution of Pompeii. You need to know that originally, to obtain water in Pompeii, it was necessary to dig wells and to capture the rainwater. Remember the basin, the impluvium in the house. So they captured the rainwater. But during the Augustan age, they had an aqueduct, the Roman aqueduct of Serino. It was not in Pompeii, but nearby, but 100 kilometers far away from here. There was the aqueduct of Serino. There was a branch in Pompeii located at the highest part of the city, so at the end of this road, 42 meters wide. There was a particular reason. So the branch, the device called the Castellum Aquae, water castle, was located there because they used the natural declivity of the street, 42 meters high at the end of the street. There were 3 different pipes. So Vesuvius. They didn't know that lead was dangerous, but they died young.
¿Qué película hay de Disney con volcán? Hay una, ¿no?
And the medium age was 40 years old for men and 35 for women. So we can find more than 12 water towers like this one. They were used like a regulator of the pressure of the water. Consider that the pipes were on the side, so they collected water on the top. There was a bronze tank, and then let it down again to the water.
So the grain storage, right? Shit. I wonder if people throwing coins in. Where it's not 100% dug out yet. Literally just going into the soil. Whoa. Wow. Holy crap. Still working.
There's one over there.
Look at this garden.
Let me have a look.
26.
I'll read one for once. 26. Men's baths, the central baths located in 1873 and fully uncovered in 1931 have a typical division into men's and women's sectors. This bath facility, originally fed by a large well, was built during the second half of the 1st century BC. The entrance to the men's section is in Carder 3. A corridor leads to... Wow, that echoes. Leads to the dressing room with niches for storing one's garments. West of here is a circular court bathing room with red walls and 4 niches painted yellow beneath the blue dome. To the east we instead find a warm room with a black and white mosaic depicting a triton sea god among dolphins, an octopus, a squid and a cherub with a whip. And then you then go into the hot room.
So when that woman was with her yesterday, she was saying that these were the seats they used to sit on.
They're your benches,
They're your lockers that you used to put your clothes on. And it's built like a curve to let the hot air go in the wall.
It doesn't go in the wall, so it doesn't drip on you.
No,
It's flat.
Yeah,
The steam drips down.
Yeah.
So it puts the steam to the side.
Ah, smart. So you'd have the tepid area and then you'd have the cold area, right? So let's do this one first. Exit. Oh, this is where they would have put the fire in, maybe. No, let them finish before we...
Is that the one with the... Oh, is that the ladies? Yeah, room with a mosaic.
So you go this way? You just can't go over there. $27. That's it. There's your mistake. Maybe. It's the same house. Should we go and see what they were looking at? Well at the back. Yeah. It's where they have those little head statues, right?
It would either be the house gods or it could be
Family.
statues of their family.
Shops. The two which are close to the main shopping street, the main commercial street.
Di essere Asellino, is the shoe red wine that you have the possibility to find here.
And there's your advertisements.
Another image of the god. It's not the oil, but it's the magic, the god of the money. The money of the price of the soul. Okay? The different wine correspond to different price. Okay. Here the possibility to after the image of the original aspect of this
Blacksmith.
here the other part of an original object. This is the chandelier. The chandelier, imagine of the heart of the chandelier and the different point lamp is the chandelier is necessary.
They're copies, they're not originals. The originals are bronze.
Another one of these. End of the street. So this probably meant that you weren't allowed to come here unless you were a pedestrian, right? So this kind of block here, this stopper, you're not allowed to come up here with your chariot. This is people only.
It's a pedestrian area.
Yeah, and then you had,
It's probably like from shopping.
and this water probably would have poured
Yeah.
straight out, or this was sewage, some kind of sewage system to pour it out onto the street over there.
Be a mixture of both. It looks like a drain, right? But it's down.
You can tell that that wood's burnt. Number... Just another shop.
Ah, see, we've got the same sliding doors.
Yeah, they've got the little, yeah. This is where they would have cooked at the back. Still got the pots.
So you can see the English side,
We'll still be getting that one out. Well, that one goes into the city, look. Casa del Bicentenario. Wow. They're really at work in there. It's perfectly preserved. A woman meticulously polishing the whole thing. That's a cool job.
Looks like two men fighting up there.
It does. What if she's restoring the walls and stuff?
I don't think she's painting. It looks like she's just gently
Like
polishing.
cleaning. Putting actual doors in as well. I wonder if they're making some kind of visitor centre. Decumano, that's the... This one's working.
Huh?
This one's got water in it.
They've just got water pouring from somewhere over there. But that shows that that's where, once that's full, that'll drain.
And go down the street. Yes, they were. With the sliding doors. Yeah. Casa della Colonna, that's it, right? I think that's the one they're doing up.
It's amazing how some of them still got like this sort of camp.
Any more numbers? Yep, 16.
So, this is House of the Corinthian Atrium. So, this is one of the most ancient residences, medium sized, expanded with an upper floor. It has an entrance with twin brick columns and the atrium with 3 brick Corinthian columns on either side, while the Signium Urpus floor is decorated with shards of polychrome marble. A low pluteus runs between the columns and borders, which has a fountain with a marble tub, and in the room to the right of the entrance is a mosaic of walls with towering battlements.
How were they the original? You can see the pattern up.
I think they've kind of guessed what it would look like.
Well, it's the wood that's inside of this, right?
Yeah, that's the original.
The archways survived, right? Ooh, echo. And they've continued the pattern on the wall.
I reckon it's for them to redo it eventually.
Sorry. I wonder what it was for then. Little tiny courtyard like that.
Unless it was some kind of bath.
Who knows?
The silicone pantheon.
Yeah.
The Vesuvius the skeleton of the was changed. This man was probably prisoner.
So you got one of them.
Yeah, it's Heracles. Well, Hercules apparently founded this city. And the yellow, say, where it's got heated up. You see the drawings that used to be. Very colourful. This is the second largest house in Herculaneum. This is where the boats were. This is where the sea was, and they thought, this is the beach, let's go and get to safety. Wow. It's insane.
I think they were original.
You can see how they were all huddled up in the corner, look. For safety.
You probably knew it would have done something. Didn't she say that the guys here would have had a longer death?
They would have
been as quick.
They would have suffocated, yeah. They didn't, as far as I'm aware, they didn't really have any pyroclastic flows this side.
Pardon?
They didn't really have any pyroclastic flows this side, so they probably would have suffocated from
Well, apparently
sulfur
when
and...
I was reading about it yesterday, that's apparently what they died from, but just not as quickly.
What a way to go.
So,
There are hundreds. It says 300.
was it 300?
There was 300 bodies. People huddled together, look. Does bring humanity to the whole thing, doesn't it?
The smallest of those, probably a child.
Yeah. And this would have been the shoreline, just waiting for a boat to escape, but as the volcano was coming in with more debris, it was creating a bigger and bigger shoreline at the same time. And then time forgot them for 2,000 years. Yeah, there's some small skulls, yeah. Crazy.
Some of them are distorted as well. I don't know if that means that that's where...
Well, they would have been under soil, right? They would have been under rubble.
So that could potentially be the kind of position that they've had in.
It's insane because you can walk through Herculaneum and you can see the city and you can see how well preserved it is, but you don't see any bodies or anything. And then you come down here and you see this is what they tried to do. Somebody went, let's go to the docks and escape. And so they all went down there and then they all got trapped. They couldn't go anywhere. And this would have been the shoreline, which over time has receded back. And the ancient walls. Insane.
Io dove fine giornata